Hi everybody, welcome. My name's Elizabeth and I'm with Country Peony. And Country Peony is a DIY and craft blog that focuses on simple and inexpensive crafting projects and whimsical spaces. And I'm here in Texas, and today we're having a really gloomy day. So if it starts raining, I apologize, I've got my microphone on, but let me know if you can or cannot hear me. Today on episode 18 of Coffee and Crafting, yes, we're on episode 18 already. This is the first episode of the year. I'm so excited to have you here. We are going to dive right into Valentine's Day, which honestly, I'll be honest with you, I haven't taken all my Christmas decorations down yet just because there's a lot of them and they've made me really happy. So I've tried to keep them up as long as I possibly can. But I think it's time. And so now I am creating Valentine's Day content, which I love. I love pinks. I love reds. I love hearts. And so this holiday is really just a great way to craft and creating cute and fun crafts. So today we're going to be doing actually a very simple craft. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while, and I can't believe it's taken me this long to get started on it. So today we're going to be making, we're actually going to be hand painting some candles. And so let me scoot this up a little bit so you can see. But this is a really fun one because these candles are, you can find these anywhere. You can find them at the dollar store, you can find them at Walmart, at Target, at Michael's, at your local craft store. And then you can add your own unique touches to them with just a little bit of craft paint and a really small paintbrush. And then you mix it together with a variety of candlesticks and candle holders, and you've got a beautiful tablescape for Valentine's Day. So I'm really excited for this craft. I just wanted to show you the very simple way that I hand painted these candles. And so thank you so much for joining me. I'd love to know where you're coming from and if you can hear me all right. If my microphone is working today, just let me know. Okay, so again, today on Coffee and Crafting, we are going to be painting candles for Valentine's Day. And so when I think of Valentine's Day, I think of hearts, I think of pink and red, and I love hearts. Honestly, I decorate with them year round, so I'm so excited for Valentine's Day. Okay, so let's get started. The tools that you're going to need is you just need a simple candlestick. This is just a plain old candlestick that you're going to get, again, from your local craft store. And I actually left my brand new package over here on my crafting table, so one moment, let me go get it. So I bought a brand new package just for this episode, and I've linked all of the supplies below in the description below if you want to purchase them and start making this craft for yourself. But this is a 4-pack that I got on Amazon. And the reason why I love these taper candles is because they're beautiful, the color is stunning, and they've got this gorgeous scent to them, which you don't have to actually burn to smell. So you can see they're just really beautiful, and they come in packs of 4, and they come in a variety of different colors. So we are going to start by painting this one today. And so let me set this aside. And you can use whatever color you want, just depending if you're doing a lighter color like with these ivory that I did. You can do a lighter pink or a red, or even you can do something fun like a green or a yellow, or just have fun with it, whatever color you like. Naturally, I love pink, I love red, so I'm going to go with the pink, and then I'm going to add some fun red hearts today. So I'm going to set this one aside. And I'm going to show you the difference between 2 coats and 1 coats as well. So this is 2 coats of the paint, and this is just 1 coat. It's kind of got a fun translucent look. If you want to do this one, you can do that. But if you want something a little bit thicker, you can go with 2 coats. Okay, so for this, again, we're going to need the candles. We're going to need a candle holder, candlestick holder, and then a very small brush with a really small tip. And then you're also going to need some craft paint. So I just used some of Plaid's crafts. This is a folk art, and then apple barrel. But again, just an inexpensive crafting paint will work. Okay, so I've got a fun paint palette that I love to keep my colors and build my colors on, but you can use a paper plate or whatever you have. As far as prepping the candle, I did a lot of research, and honestly, other than making sure that it's clean, there's really not a whole lot of prep work you need to do on your candle. Okay, so for this one, I did a beautiful hot pink. I thought that was really pretty on the ivory, but for today, we're going to be painting these pink candles. So I'm actually going to go with a red, and this is called Flag Red by Apple Barrel, but any kind of fun red that you might even have from Christmas would work really well. So I'm just going to add that to my paint palette, and then I'm going to remove one of these. I'm going to remove this one so I can work with it, but you're going to need your candlestick holder to actually paint the paint on so that you're not constantly holding it. And before we get started, one of my tips is a heart can be a little tricky. It can be very simple to make, but it could also be a little tricky. And so I recommend getting a piece of paper and testing it out with your paintbrush before you go all in with your candle. Now, the good thing with the candle is if you get some on there and you don't like it, you can wipe it away with a damp cloth. So that's not a problem. So for this, the best way to make a heart that I found is it's really just 2 strokes. 1 stroke, you take your paintbrush and you kind of wiggle it at the top, and then you go the other way with it. You take your paintbrush and wiggle it down, and then you make your beautiful heart. And then you can kind of play with it a little bit, but it's really up to you. And the beauty with hearts is that I've seen so many different shapes of hearts. I've seen skinny ones, I've seen fat ones, I've seen whimsical ones. I think they're all really beautiful. So it's just a matter of what you want to do. So I'm going to show you again. I'm going to try to get a better angle for you so you can see how I did this. But just a very simple heart. Again, I would test it out on a piece of paper first because it just makes it easier, especially when you're working with a new medium like this paintbrush. So I'm going to come over here and try to show you how I make my heart, and you can either use mine or you can do your own. So I just take a little bit and I kind of squiggle it, dot, and then I just bring it down, brush stroke down. And then I go the other way, I kind of squiggle it, and then I bring the brush stroke down. And then that creates a really simple and cute little heart. Very, very easy and fun. Okay, so now that we kind of have our technique down, then we can start painting on the actual candle. And so the way that I'm going to do this is, again, you can mark it with a pencil if you want to be a little bit more exact. That's not how I operate. I'm very whimsical with the way that I do things. I'm kind of abstract. And so I'm just going to eyeball it. And so what I thought worked well is I painted one here, and then I'm going to go about 4 down for this one since this candle's a little bit longer. And then I'm just going to go in between for the other one. So you can see I did 3 on this side, and then I did 3 on this side, 3 on this side, and 3 on this side. So it's really up to you. You can even do them like exactly going down in a line. I thought it was pretty if I kind of went one in between the other. Okay, so I'm just going to start at the top, and again, I'm going to do that where I just kind of squiggle the top, and then I come down, and then I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. And then you've got a really cute little heart, and I love how that red pops off that pink. And this is 1 coat, honestly, that might be enough for you. You could do another coat later. It's just your personal preference and what look you're going after. And the red is obviously a darker color, so maybe that's one reason why. But I think it's just really up to you and what look you're after. If you do like a yellow or something that's a little bit lighter, then I would recommend doing more than 1 coat. Okay, so we've got the first one. And then I'm just going to eyeball it. Like I said, I think I'm going to do 4 hearts on this side. So I'm just going to go down a little bit and do the exact same thing, kind of squiggle it, and then bring it down, squiggle it, and bring it down, and then kind of fill in the marks a little bit to make it look more like a heart and less like 2 lines. Whenever I'm making tiny little hearts like this is the easiest way that I found to make them. And I think it works really well. So I'm going to do 2 more right here. And again, I'm going to show you how I do this. I'm going to take this and I'm just going to kind of squiggle it, bring it down, squiggle it, bring it down, and then I'm going to kind of fill in the holes, making it look more like a beautiful heart. Okay? I'd love to know if y'all have ever painted candles. This is kind of all the rage on social media now. I actually saw over Christmas people were having candle painting parties, which I thought was really cool. I think flowers would be beautiful on these, even like lines and zigzags. The only thing before you do this is take perfection out the window, because it's not going to be perfect, and that's part of the beauty, and that's honestly the handmade look that you're going after, I think. Okay, so I'm going to do the last one here. I do a little squiggle, and then I bring it down, and then I'm just going to fill it in. It's as simple as that. Very, very simple, very, very cute. We've got the 4 here. And so since I'm starting lower down here, I'm going to bring the heart down this way so that comes all the way down. So now I'm going to do the next row. Actually, I'm not going to do the next row. I'm going to do the row opposite. So I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side, so that is a little bit more symmetrical. So I have those in the exact same line, so making sure that it's nice and even on both sides. So we're going to do one here, and we're going to come down, do one here and come down, and it's going to be so cute. This is such an easy DIY, and it's really inexpensive too, especially if you get your taper candles at like a dollar store. That would be really easy. And when you do a whole bunch of these, let's say you do have a party coming up, you can do a whole bunch of these in an afternoon, and it's just a beautiful detail that I think is really, really sweet. That can add a lot to a table. So I'm just going to continue to make these beautiful hearts, as you see. So we're just going to do, we're taking our really fine tip paintbrush. We are going on one side of the heart, and then we're coming down toward the middle. We're going the other side of the heart, coming down to the middle, and then we are just kind of fluffing the heart up to give it a little bit more charm. And again, these aren't perfect, but I think that's the beauty of the handmade look. Is it's not perfect, but it's beautiful. And I love it. I'm throwing perfection out the window, because why? You know? Okay, so cute. So now I've got one on this side and one on this side, and now I'm going to go in the middle, in between. So I'm putting a heart in between each section, and I am going to just be careful not to touch your hearts. That's honestly the hardest part of this, is making sure that you don't touch the hearts that you just painted, which can get a little tricky. Because, you know. And if you want, you can always paint, you can let this dry and then go back to it. I just decide to paint now, and if I mess it up, I'll just redo it, honestly. Okay. It's so fun. And, like I said, I've been wanting to try this for a while, and I thought Valentine's Day was the perfect time to bust this craft out, because hearts, obviously, and you can have a beautiful dinner with your girlfriends or your significant other with these, or if you just have a fun party, this is a really cool way to add details to the tables that maybe people aren't expecting. I believe it's in the details, especially when it comes to parties. I used to be an event planner, and so I was always looking for those moments, kind of those unexpected moments, to add something fun and beautiful to it. Okay, so we've got 3 here, and then we're just going to bring one more down here. And I like to give myself plenty of room at the bottom because of your candlestick. Some of them are deeper, like this beautiful one from Anthropology, and then some of them, you know, are pretty standard, like this vintage one that I thrifted. So you just give yourself plenty of room. This would also make a really great gift, like a housewarming gift for a friend who loves candles or who loves to entertain. Again, it's just that unexpected touch that no one is expecting, and it's really fun to make. Look how cute that is. Oh my gosh, I love it. Okay, now we're going to do the other side, and I'll continue. If you'll have any questions, please let me know. This is a very simple DIY. I'm actually going to have a blog post on this coming out later this week, so you can look for that on countrypeony, like the flower.com. And hopefully this will inspire you to add a little extra sweetness to your Valentine's Day decorations. I plan to put these on my mantle here in the studio, kind of all bunched together in these beautiful different candlesticks. And as far as candlesticks go, I love keeping a bunch of them around for this particular reason, especially a variety of them. So like the milk glass with the modern glass with the brass, I think all tell a beautiful story. This collected look is really fun, and most of these are thrifted, which means they're inexpensive, which we all love. That's fabulous. Okay, and I'm going to bring one more down here. And I am almost done with this one. And that was so fun, so simple, and just so rewarding. Okay, I always keep a napkin nearby in case I need to clean up. Look at that, but look at it. Look how cute that is. Isn't that cute? I think it's so cute. Here is the one that I did with the ivory and the pink. And then the best part is just actually putting it in your candle stick and enjoying it. I could have gone down a little bit further, and I still may do that with this one. But again, I wanted to give myself plenty of room in case I wanted to put it in a deeper one, like this anthropology one. But I just love how this turned out. So this is only one coat, and let me show you, since the red has a little bit more pigmentation, I could go over it and do another coat. I still may do that, I haven't decided, but it's totally up to you. This is just one coat, and then again, this is two coats. So it's really your personal preference. Honestly, I think combining the two could be really fun. You do one with one coat, one with two coats. It's up to you. And I really do think it's all about that curated look. So doing different candlesticks together and different colors together. As long as you're not swaying too far from a color scheme, I like to stick with one or two colors. I'm sorry, 2 to 3 colors at least. And as long as you're staying in that color scheme, and your metals too, if you're sticking with 2 to 3 different metals or materials, it doesn't get too busy, and it's so, so fun. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you feel inspired to paint your own taper candles this Valentine's Day. If you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. But again, thank you so much, and I will see you next Monday here on Facebook at noon Central Standard Time. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your Monday.